All eyes were on India's parliament today. The much anticipated Operation Sindoor debate. Today was day 2 of that debate. The Modi government and the opposition India alliance went hammer and tongs at each other. Top leaders from either sides gave long, probing, fiery, aggressive, charged up speeches. In fact, last night the debate in the Lok Sabha continued beyond 12 a.m. As we record this on Tuesday evening, both the houses, that is the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha, are still seeing high-octane speeches. This morning, India's Home Minister Amit Shah kicked off proceedings in the Lok Sabha. This was followed by DMK MP K. Kanimodi, Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav, Congress MP Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, Congress MP and Leader of Opposition in the Lok Sabha Rahul Gandhi, and other leaders like Shrikant Shinde of the Shiv Sena, for instance, made their speeches. Over in the upper house, that is Rajya Sabha, India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Congress Chief Mallikarjun Kharge, BJP Chief JP Nadda, and other union ministers have spoken as well. You can catch all these speeches of the last 2 days on our YouTube channel. But in this video, we'll take you through the sum and substance of this all-important debate in India's parliament, where some questions were answered and some still remain unanswered. Hello and welcome, I'm Shubham Chauhan. Let's get started. Now, there are two broad kind of things that happened in parliament over the last 48 hours. One was the usual whataboutery. Much of the speeches, especially from the ruling benches, focused on Jawaharlal Nehru, his problems, Indira Gandhi, former Prime Minister, her problems, the Congress Party, their problems, and how the opposition as a whole was pro-Pakistan. The opposition too, of course, responded to these jibes by the ruling government. But it's the second aspect that we look at in this video. That's the more pertinent one. Unanswered questions. Unanswered questions surrounding Pelgam attack, the Intel labs, Operation Sindoor, India's losses in the 4-day war against Pakistan, and the Donald Trump factor. The opposition India Bloc was firing on all cylinders. It kept pressing the government to clear the air on some critical issues. And the government, on its part, did respond and clarified their side of the story. So let's take this one by one. First up, where are the Pelgam attackers? Remember, the Pelgam attack took place on the 22nd of April. 26 innocent civilians were killed in the Baisaran meadow. The terrorists were on the run all this while. And finally, the big breakthrough came yesterday, coinciding with the start of the debate on Operation Sindoor in Parliament. Reports surfaced yesterday of India's security forces launching Operation Mahadev a few kilometers away from Srinagar. In a successful operation, 3 terrorists were killed. Today, the Home Minister of India, Amit Shah, confirmed that these 3 terrorists were involved in the Pelgam attack. Addressing the Lok Sabha, Amit Shah said that these three terrorists were identified as Suleiman, Afghani and Gibran of the Lashkar-e-Toiba. They were killed in a joint operation of the Indian Army, the CRPF and the Jammu and Kashmir Police yesterday. Amit Shah said that on the 22nd of May, the IB, the Intelligence Bureau, received human intel about the presence of these terrorists in Dachigam, which is near Srinagar. On the 22nd of July, after the presence of the terrorists in the area was confirmed, this joint operation was launched. And yesterday, these 3 terrorists were killed. In response, Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav questioned the timing of this encounter, which, like I said, coincided with the parliament debate on Operation Sindoor.
और सदन के माध्यम से पूरे देश को बताना चाहता हूं, जिन्होंने बैसरन घाटी में हमारे प्रवासियों को, नागरिकों को मारा था, ये तीनों आतंकवादी ये थे और तीनों मारे गए। मैं आज चिदंबरम साहब को आपके माध्यम से कहना चाहता हूं, हमारे पास मान्यवर, हमारे पास प्रूफ है, वो भी मैं सदन के सामने रखना चाहता हूं कि तीनों पाकिस्तानी थे। 3 में से 2 के पाकिस्तान के वोटर नंबर भी आज हमारे पास उपलब्ध है। मान्यवर, ये राइफलें भी हमारे पास उपलब्ध है। इनके पास से जो चॉकलेटें मिली हैं, वो चॉकलेटें ढोक में से मिली, वो भी पाकिस्तान की बनाई हुई चॉकलेट है।
क्योंकि मैं अपनी बात खत्म कर रहा था, अध्यक्ष महोदय ये पूछ रहे हैं कि आज महादेव ऑपरेशन पे मैं धन्यवाद क्यों नहीं दे रहा हूं। अध्यक्ष महोदय, जिस समय समर्थन की बात आई, पूरे देश के जितने भी राजनीतिक दल हैं वो आपके साथ थे। आखिरकार इनकाउंटर कल ही क्यों हुआ? और अध्यक्ष महोदय, फिर वही बात मैं दोहराऊं जिसकी वजह से पहलगाम हुआ, जिसकी वजह से पुलवामा हुआ। अगर ये इतना ही टेक्नोलॉजी और इन सब चीज़ों को समझते हैं और जानते हैं, इतना ही टेक्नोलॉजी और इन चीज़ों को सब समझते हैं, तो आखिरकार अध्यक्ष महोदय पुलवामा में जो गाड़ी में RDX आया, वो गाड़ी आज तक क्यों नहीं पकड़ी गई?
Now, before we go on to the next unanswered question, there's also a bit from the Lok Sabha today that's worth a mention. Concluding her speech, Congress MP Priyanka Gandhi Vadra was reading out the names of the 25 Indians who were killed in the Pelgam attack. She said that this is a reminder to the government that their families deserve to know the truth. As she read out the first name, the treasury benches shouted Hindu. That was in response to the name that she read out. Priyanka Gandhi shot back, saying that they were Indians first, leading to a brief face-off between the two sides.
मैं एक बार उन 25 भारतीयों के नाम इस सदन में पढ़ना चाहती हूँ, ताकि यहाँ बैठे हर सदस्य को यह एहसास हो कि वे भी हमारी तरह इंसान थे, किसी राजनीतिक बिसात के मोहरे नहीं थे। वे भी इस देश के बेटे थे, वे भी इस देश के शहीद हैं। उनके परिजनों के प्रति हम सब की जवाबदेही बनती है। उन्हें सच्चाई जानने का हक है। समीर गुहा भारतीय, बिट्टन अधिकारी, मनीष रंजन, हेमंत सुहास जोशी, विनय नारवाल, सुशील नथनियल, अतुल श्रीकांत पुणे, सैयद आदिल हुसैन शाह, नीरज उद्वानी, एन रामचंद्रन, संजय लक्ष्मण लेले, दिनेश अग्रवाल, दिलीप दिल से, प्रशांत कुमार सतपति।
Next up was the question on Donald Trump. Why did the US president break the news of an India-Pakistan ceasefire first? What was the role that he played? After all, Donald Trump has claimed credit for the ceasefire more than 25 times. In the Lok Sabha, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar set the record straight yesterday. He said Trump did not play any role, either by threatening to withhold the trade deal or speaking on behalf of the Pakistani army. Jaishankar added that PM Modi and President Trump did not speak from the 22nd of April to the 17th of June. The opposition still hit back, questioning if there was no Trump intervention, as Jaishankar is saying, why did the US president then make the ceasefire announcement in the first place? And that is something that the government is still tight-lipped on. Why did Donald Trump intervene in this matter altogether?
How that request came. Now, I want to make two things very clear, sir. One, at no stage in any conversation with the United States was there any linkage with trade and what was going on. Secondly, there was, please listen. Secondly, there was no call between the Prime Minister and President Trump from the 22nd of April, when President Trump called up to convey his sympathy, and the 17th of June, when he called up Prime Minister in Canada to explain why he could not meet.
तो यहाँ पे प्रधानमंत्री बोल दे कि ट्रम्प झूठ बोल रहे हैं। If he has the courage, if he has the courage of Indira Gandhi, yes, let him say here, let him say here that Donald Trump, you're a liar. That you did not make a ceasefire and that we did not lose any planes. Let him say it here. If he has the courage. 50% भी है इंदिरा गांधी का, तो यहाँ बोल दे। 50% होगा तो बोल देगा, बोल देंगे, सॉरी। सर एक साइड से 7th फ्लीट आ रही है, बोल दीजिए सर मजा आ रहा है।
Next up was the question of India's losses during Operation Sindoor. Remember, India's Chief of Defence Staff, General Anil Chauhan, had hinted that India had suffered losses in the air on the first day of Operation Sindoor. In an interview that he gave to international media, General Chauhan said that India had established decisive advantage. India had got a decisive advantage after rectifying their initial tactical mistakes. However, he has denied Pakistan's claim of downing 6 Indian Air Force jets. And this is something that the opposition has also been pressing the Indian government to come clean on, and just tell the losses that India suffered. New Delhi, on its part, has not officially addressed the question of how many jets did they lose. And amid all the commentary and reportage by international media and their sources, nothing has been confirmed by the Indian government. In Parliament, India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh to sidestep the issue and did not give an actual number. Instead, Rajnath Singh said that India's objectives of Operation Sindoor were achieved and this operation in its entirety was successful. And that is something that is more important. However, Lok Sabha LOP Rahul Gandhi took on the government over this critical question on the losses that India faced. Here's what both these leaders had to say in Parliament.
71 के युद्ध में, 71 के युद्ध में, जब हमने पाकिस्तान को सबक सिखाया, मैं उस समय की सरकार को मैं बधाई देना चाहता हूं। हमने अपने राजनीतिक और सैन्य नेतृत्व की प्रशंसा की। हमने ये नहीं देखा कि किस दल की सरकार है, किस विचारधारा की सरकार है, इसकी चिंता नहीं की कभी। हमारे नेता अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी ने संसद में खड़े होकर उस समय के नेतृत्व की प्रशंसा की थी। हमने इस बात की खुशी जाहिर कि हमने अपने शत्रु को सबक सिखाया। हमने उस दौरान यह प्रश्न नहीं पूछा कि सबक सिखाने के दौरान में भारत के कितने प्लेन्स गिरे, भारत के कितने इक्विपमेंट्स बर्बाद हुए। यह प्रश्न अध्यक्ष महोदय उस समय भी हम लोगों ने नहीं पूछा। अध्यक्ष महोदय, यदि मैं इसे और भी प्रैक्टिकल तरीके से समझाऊं, तो किसी भी परीक्षा के परिणाम में रिजल्ट मैटर करता है। यदि किसी परीक्षा में कोई बच्चा अच्छे मार्क्स लेकर आ रहा है, तो हमारे लिए उसके मार्क्स मैटर करने चाहिए। हमें इस बात का ध्यान नहीं रखना चाहिए कि एग्जाम के दौरान उसकी पेंसिल टूट गई थी या उसकी पेन खो गई। अध्यक्ष महोदय, अल्टीमेटली रिजल्ट मैटर करता है।
अनिल चौहान जी कहते हैं, what was important was not the jet being down, but why they were being down. मतलब वो कह रहे हैं कि जरूरी सवाल ये है कि जेट गिरे क्यों। वो कह रहे गिरे तो ठीक है, मगर जरूरी सवाल है गिरे क्यों। और फिर उसके बाद कहते हैं what mistakes were made. The good part is we were able to understand the tactical mistake which we made, remedy, rectify and implement after 2 days. And we flew all our jets again, targeting at long range. I want to tell CDS Anil Chauhan ji that you made no tactical mistake. The Indian Air Force made no mistake. The mistake was made by the political leadership that said you cannot attack the military infrastructure. And Anil Chauhan ji must have the guts to say this.
Now expect these issues and comments, particularly from the government, to be dissected and analyzed further as a broader commentary on Operation Sindoor and its reality continues in and outside Parliament. Because what the government has in fact told the Parliament will be treated with utmost importance, the words they've used and how they look at Operation Sindoor. That's all we have for this report though. Thanks for watching.